Hello and welcome to Business Point. It's a program that extrades the Nigerian economy and the government policies. I am Kike Lomo Okeri. As the world advances towards clean energy and sustainable mobility, Nigeria is beginning to chart its own course in the electric vehicle revolution. The promise is huge, reducing reliance on petrol and diesel, improving public health by cutting emissions, and creating opportunities in green technology and innovation. Yet, the challenges remain, from limited infrastructure and high cost to policy frameworks. They are still evolving. Today, we shine the spotlight on these issues as we ask, how prepared is Nigeria to embrace the future transportation? Join us as we explore driving the future, unlocking opportunities and challenges of electric vehicles in Nigeria. Let's take a quick short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's Business Point on Global Television, where we explain Nigerian economy and the government's policies. Today, we'll be discussing a subject that is shaping the global automobile industry and fast gaining attention here in Nigeria, driving the future, unlocking opportunities and challenges of vehicle in Nigeria. As the world gradually shifts from petrol and diesel engines to cleaner and more sustainable questions are being raised about how ready are we as a nation, the opportunities this technology presents, and the challenges that must be addressed. To help us unpack this very important conversation, I have with me Udensi Bernard, Marketing Executive, Electric Motor Vehicle Company, who will be sharing insights on the prospects and orders of electric vehicles in Nigeria. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you, sir.
Yeah, pleasure.
All right. For viewers who may be new to this concept, what exactly are the electric vehicles and how do they differ from traditional fueled cars?
Well, one good thing is that this electric vehicle are made here in Nigeria. We couple them here in Nigeria. And for me, that's the best for now because it's cost-friendly. And you don't need much to run an electric vehicle. It doesn't use fuel. You just need to charge and drive. And that's all. I think a lot of people need to buy the idea of electric vehicle because the time you're using to go to the mechanic to repair your vehicle, you don't do that with the electric vehicle. All you need to charge and drive, and your money is still there, your time and everything is still there. So that's the best for now.
So what unique opportunity do electric vehicles present for Nigerian economy in terms of job creation and technology development?
Well, for example, we have trained over 1,000 people on EV mobility, and that's a job employment because some of them will end up becoming experts in electric vehicle in Nigeria. And in terms of charging stations, so we have a policy that we are planning to implement to build charging stations across the country, just like you have your fuel station around. So by the time you drive from this kilometer to this kilometer, you see another charging stations. And those charging stations will be managed by human beings, by people. So by that means you are creating more job opportunities. So you are taking people off the street and you are giving them a livelihood in EV mobility.
Okay, do you see potential for local manufacturing or assemble of vehicles in Nigeria?
Well, there's a lot of potentials, and that is why we are calling on the federal government to partner with these private companies into local manufacturing. It's called actually the local content. So if the federal government don't partner with you, those private companies find it very hard to thrive in Nigeria. So there's a future for them, there's potentials for them, but let the federal government partner with these people.
One of the biggest challenge of this electric vehicle is the epileptic power supply, the infrastructure and the road networks. How realistic is this large scale of electronic vehicle adoption with the current infrastructure we are having in Nigeria?
Well, another good thing about the EV is that you can use on solar power. Yes. So while you're thinking about there's no electricity in your area and you don't have generator to fuel your car, you can charge your vehicle on a solar panel. And that's a natural power light that comes from the sun. You don't get to buy it, just install it. Most of our charging stations, the one we built in Nasarawa State that was commissioned by Mr. President last month, was built on solar power. When Mr. President got there, he was amazed to see that such thing was done here in Nigeria and by Nigerians. So we are showcasing product done by Nigeria, for Nigerians and by Nigeria. So you can charge on solar power.
Okay, many Nigerians are still skeptical about this EV. How can you, as in, convince us, as in the public perception and the consumer trust, to be improved on this electric vehicle?
Well, it's well improved in the sense that the electric vehicle uses motor, and the motor does not have a high power consumption of electricity. We've done a test run to use 1,000 watts of unit to charge a vehicle for 5 days. And it could fully charge it. So it's not power consuming one, and you can charge with your solar panel. And another friendly means of the electric vehicle is that you can charge even at your comfort. I brought my electric vehicle is downstairs. As I speak to you, if I have a socket downstairs, I would be charging my vehicle without going to the charging station. So it's friendly, it doesn't inconvenience, it's comfortable, you charge at your comfort, you're good to go. So if you are traveling from Abuja to Lokoja, for example, and the stopper by where you stop to get food, you can charge your vehicle there and you're good to go.
So what role can universities, research institution and innovation hub play in advancing this technology?
Come again, please.
As in, what role can universities, research institution and innovation hubs play in advancing the electronic vehicle technology locally?
Partnership.
Okay.
We are partnering with Government Technical College as Gariki Area 3 to train some students. So we're also going to partner with some universities that are into mechanical engineering to partner with them. Some students are coming for research, some students are coming to learn. And we have proved a record that in Nigeria you can get something for free. We are teaching them for free. Just put the interest that you want to learn. So it's partnership. So if any school that is ready to partner with our company, will teach their students for free and they go in there and make impact.
In the next 5 to 10 years, do you believe electric vehicle will become a common right in Nigeria?
In the next 5 years, you are going very far because it's already everywhere in Nigeria. Yes, Nasarawa State, that if you go to Nasarawa, you see over 100 and something electric vehicles. So give it the next 2 years or even tomorrow, who knows, anything can happen. So.
Okay, what role do you see the private sector and the foreign investor playing in driving this transition?
A huge role actually, because the electric company I work for, the CEO is a Nigerian, and we have international partners. But like I said, all we need is support from the federal government. So most of these developed countries, their private sectors on the electric vehicle has support from the government. So if the government can support and say, okay, we are going green, we want to venture into electric vehicle, trust me, you see them everywhere, and it will be everywhere. It's because the cost of living in Nigeria, the high cost of petrol, you don't need to charge and drive. A lot of employment will come in the charging station. So it's good. Investors are coming. All
right, Odensi, before I let you go, if you had to recommend the first 3 steps for Nigeria to take in this transition, what could that be?
The first thing is to believe that Nigeria can actually do something that is durable, that is sustainable. You know, we don't believe that Nigeria can actually do something sustainable like other countries. So the first step is to believe that we can do something that is sustainable. The second step is to support. When you have support, you believe you have support and partnership. And make the cost of the EV as low for a common man to afford. So if you are producing EV in Nigeria and people can afford it, you won't sell. It won't be everywhere.
You say common for a
a common Nigerian
should be able to avoid.
It should be cheaper than
when the Nigerian wage is just 75,000 naira.
I mean, these are
when the civil servant wage is just 75,000 naira. So how possible is that?
That is why the federal government can come in and maybe do a subsidy for this electric vehicle. They're actually affordable. Do you understand? And we have packages for civil servants. We are partnering with Credit Corp, so some of these vehicles civil servant can get them. Do you understand? So it's for federal government to support the private sector, and Nigeria will be good on EVs.
All right, thank you very much, Udensi Bernard, Marketing Executive, Electric Motor Vehicle Company, for sharing such valuable insight with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming on the show. The conversation around the electric vehicle is no doubt crucial as Nigeria positions itself for a cleaner and more sustainable future. We've learned today that while these are challenges ranging from infrastructure and policy to affordability, there are also immense opportunity for innovation, job creation, and economic growth. Let's take a quick short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's Business Point on Global Television, where we extract the Nigerian economy and the government's policies. All right, moving on. In a move to strengthen Nigerian economy fundamentals, the Ministers of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, held a strategic meeting with the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Olayemi Cardoso, at the CBN headquarters in Abuja. The Director of Information and Public Relations of the Federal Ministry of Finance, Mohammed Manga, in a statement in Abuja, indicated that the Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Dr. Zach Adedeji, was also in attendance. The high-level engagement focused on deepening coordination between monetary and fiscal authorities to sustain macroeconomic stability, strengthen investors' confidence, and unlock private sector growth. The minister reaffirmed that close alignment of fiscal and monetary policies remain critical to consolidate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's reform agenda, contain inflation, raise revenues, and ensure effective credit flow to productive sector of the economy. Oil price fell on Tuesday, August 19, 2025, over the possibility that a meeting between the United States and Russia and Ukraine could lead to the easing of sanctions on Russian crude, leading to an increase in the supply of the commodity. According to data from oilprice.com, Brent crude oil was down by 1.01%, that is 67%, to trade at $65.93 per barrel, while the West Tax Intermediate was down by 1.23%, that is 78%, to trade at $62.64 per barrel at the time of writing this report. This could further put Nigerian fiscal plan, especially for 2025, in serious jeopardy, as this will worsen the budget deficit of the federal government. The U.S. President Donald Trump had, after the meeting with the Ukraine President Zelensky and European allies, announced in his social media post that he had spoken with Russian President Vladimir Putin Trump says arrangements were being made for a meeting between Putin and Zelensky, which could lead to a trilateral summit involving all three leaders. The U.S. president urged Putin and Zelensky to show some flexibility as he accelerates his efforts to end the war in Ukraine and encourages the two leaders to hold a bilateral summit following yesterday's meeting between Trump, Ukraine president, and several European heads of state and government. There appeared to be a movement in the negotiation, fueling renewed hope for upcoming end to the war. The federal government has lamented that $10 billion spent annually by the country on food imports, saying there is need for innovative financing solutions to boost agriculture and strengthen food security. The Minister of Agric and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, made this call in Lagos at the First Bank of Nigeria Limited 2025 Agric and Exports Expo. Represented by Special Advisor Ibrahim Alkali, Kyari decried the rising rate of food import and stressed the need for increased financing in agriculture to boost local production and export. He says agriculture already contributes 35% of the gross domestic product and employs 35% workforce. He laments that currently the nation earns less than $400 million on agro exports. To build a non-oil export economy, there is need to rethink how the finance of agriculture is being spent, emphasizing the need for innovative financing solution to boost agriculture. He says there is need to build a non-oil export economy. Traditional credit system, though well-intentioned, often sophisticated farmers instead of supporting them. He says what Nigerians need are instruments that align with the realities of farming mechanisms that reward performance, adjust to the risk, and align investors with the producers. All right, this is where we call it a wrap on Business Point today. Join me again tomorrow on Global Television, channel 365 on DSTV and Star Time channel 276. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms as Global TV NG. Till I come your way again, I am Kike Lomo Okeri. I celebrate you all.